Hi guys, and welcome back to another brand new video. I'm really sorry I haven't filmed in literally forever. I think my last video was actually my deck the fireworks I did at Christmas, but as you can see by my background, I've actually bought a house and I've moved into it, so a lot of videos will be coming out soon. So I'm basically building my office at the moment, and then all my videos will be filmed there, but for now I'm filming in my living room. This video is actually quite exciting because I'm actually off to Belfast in Northern Ireland. This time last year, I actually participated in the UK cyber team, and I unfortunately did not make the team. However, there were some people there and they had the idea of making Hack the Isles, which is like a cyber competition against all the nations to see which nation's best. So England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland and Northern Ireland. Now, this time last year, I was actually living in the Channel Islands and I entered as a Channel Islands participant. Although July I actually moved to the UK, I was registered as a Channel Islands participant the whole way along, and it's only unfair for me to participate alone, so they actually placed me in a team to participate in the event. Now, the only team that they could place me in really was Northern Ireland, and I find that quite funny because I've never actually been to Northern Ireland and I'm participating for them. For those new to my channel, you're probably thinking, but Emily, you live in the UK. Well, actually, this time last year, I was actually living in the Channel Islands and I moved to the UK in July 2025 for work. And so, because I entered as a Channel Islands participant, because this time last year I was living in Channel Islands, I'm entered in as a Channel Islands participant. However, in a sense, I guess I'm now a Northern Ireland participant. I'm actually really excited for this event because it'll be nice to meet new people and to up my cyber skills. Now, I would say it'd be nice to represent my home nation. However, in this sense, I think it's worth saying I'm excited to represent my adopted nation. But it'll be nice for this weekend to meet new people, learn new skills, and basically just experience Belfast. Now, I've never actually been to Belfast, so it'd be quite nice to see new sights. So it's Friday 20th of February at the moment. And basically at 7 o'clock, we are having like a little dinner and like kind of meet up. So you get to scope our competition for the actual competition tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to film as much as I can this weekend because it is a really exciting weekend and I can't wait to bring you along with me. But for now, let's go to Belfast. So it is now midnight and I am currently in my hotel and I'm about to head off to bed because I have just found out that the coach picking us up to go to the event tomorrow is at 8 AM and I need to be downstairs for 7 AM for breakfast. And those who know me know that I do love a good sleep and I'm a heavy sleeper and I need a good 8-9 hours and I'm going to be running on 6 hours sleep. So tomorrow is going to consist of a lot of coffee and energy drinks. But my flight itself was actually not that bad. Like, I literally slept the whole flight. And I'm normally a heavy sleeper on flights anyway. But I did have a bit of an awkward moment where they did the cabin announcement and I literally jumped up. Now, I actually flew on Aer Lingus and I've never flown them before. But I didn't realise that they board backwards. So I was sat in row 2 thinking I'll be one of the first ones off because I only had a little overhead case, which, by the way, it didn't actually fit in the overhead locker. So I kind of had to, put it on the side so Aer Lingus do not come at me. But basically, I was one of the last ones off because I was in row 2 and they board from row 1 on first and then row 1 off last. So basically, you board on the back. It was really weird. The flight itself wasn't actually too bad. They said it was an hour and 15, but it was actually 40 minutes. It was actually a really quick flight and we actually landed early because we didn't have many people on the flight, so we got to take off a bit early. It was really nice as well because I had a whole row to myself. But I am now going to head off to sleep and I'm going to wake up in the morning, have breakfast and go to the event. Morning guys, so it's currently just gone 7 AM and I'm dressed and ready to go for the day. So I am just about to go down for breakfast and get ready for the day, basically check out, have breakfast and then go to the event. So our coach is actually picking us up at 8 AM, so I'll be having breakfast, checking out and going there. Personally, I didn't sleep the best. Now I need a good solid 8-9 hours sleep to function. I actually ended up going to bed at midnight and waking up at 6, so I had a quarter less of what I normally have, which is great. Basically, I just kind of had drinks last night, met my team and stuff, and then I just scrolled on TikTok. I couldn't sleep very well. I think it didn't help that I slept really well on the plane. But I didn't realise that I was roadside. So I literally had cars going past all night and it wasn't the most nicest sound to sleep to. But anyway, I am ready and let's get on with the day. Hi guys, so it is now a Sunday morning. I'm talking really quietly because my hotel walls are so thin. Like, I can hear the hallway, I can hear someone leaving at 3 a.m. to get their flight. And yeah, I slept actually quite well. Like, I think that having literally no sleep yesterday made me really tired because I woke up at 8 today, and if you know me personally, you know I don't wake up like on a weekend about 10, 11. Like, I love my sleep, but I actually slept quite well. Like, I slept really heavily. But yeah, yesterday was such a lovely evening. So basically after the event, we actually had like a formal dinner with all the sponsors. So we had like a 3-course meal. So basically our event was held in this really lovely building. Like, it was a boarding school, I think it was, but they provided all the food, music, and it was just lovely. So we had a 3-course dinner and we had like wine on the table, and it was just lovely chatting to the sponsors and basically just getting my name out there. But today's plans are basically I am about to check out, so, and then I got breakfast and I found out that there's a corner shop nearby. So I think I'm gonna get some like Irish snacks to take home because I've never been to Northern Ireland apart from this trip. So I might as well get some snacks and try because I do like to try new foods. And I also want to get some potatoes because I've heard that Northern Ireland are famous for potatoes. So I'm gonna go get some potatoes as well, I think. These plans are literally just flying home. Now, because the walls in this hotel are really thin, I will debrief you on the actual event when I get home. So I am now finally home after a very long journey, but I'm back. And I thought I'll give you a little debrief about what happened at the weekend. So yesterday, which was Saturday, was the Hack the Isles event, and that is where all nations are basically participating against each other in a like kind of capture the flag hackathon. So we had a bunch of different challenges, like web challenges, crypto challenges, OSINT, and it was such a good event. I was actually in the Northern Ireland team, even though I'd never been to Northern Ireland until this event. However, the good news is, even though I was in the Northern Ireland team, we did come fourth, which was really good in a competition of 10. Like, we worked really hard, like we were missing loads of our team members anyway. We had 2 people fill in last minute, which we're so grateful for because otherwise, I don't think we would have even made like the top 8. But I'm very pleased to say Team UK came first and second, and Team Wales came third. So England took home the big trophy. So it was just so nice to see. And I was joking around saying like it's time to swap teams because turns out the UK team, some people didn't make it because of flight delays and things. But yeah, so well done to Team UK. And as a UK resident, I guess I could say like, let's go team. Anyway, as I was in Northern Ireland, I was like, I might as well get some Northern Irish snacks to bring home because I've never been to Northern Ireland and I wanted to bring some stuff back. Firstly, I can't believe how cheap it is in Northern Ireland. Like, I went into the like spa and I was expecting like crisps to be like, you know, £2, but this was literally like 75p. And it's like a massive 6-pack. So of course I got the potatoes. You can't go to Northern Ireland without getting the potatoes. Now I also saw these, and this is actually my lunch, but I didn't eat it because I wasn't hungry. But these are prawn cocktail, and I love prawn cocktail crisps. I always get really bad like throats on the flight, like I start coughing and I sound like I should be like in a hospital, but yeah. So I always get really bad coughs, so I got some sweets just to kind of suck on and help with my ears as well. So I actually got these. Now, these are, I think, are their version of like wine gums, but I think they're Irish. Oh, they're not even Irish. I just realised I bought these thinking that they were Irish. I could have just gone for like normal wine gums. They're made in Yorkshire. Yeah, I got these for the flight, but I didn't need them in the end. My flight, I slept the whole flight and I jumped up when they did the plane announcement, you know, to land. So I am so sorry to the like 100 people on EasyJet that saw me jump 6 foot in the air. But to be honest, I am just glad to be home. Like, my flight was an absolute disaster. So when I flew over on the Friday night, my bag got stopped at security and my bag just, they wouldn't like let me have my bag back. So basically they were inspecting my bag because there was something setting off the scanners and they had to check everything. And guess what it was? My toothpaste. So basically my toothpaste set off the scanners and it just kept failing all the tests, and it was so weird. And then I got on my flight and it's the most bumpiest flight ever. However, I did make a huge mistake. So I actually flew in to Belfast City Airport and I had to fly back from international. Now I thought it was like Gatwick and Heathrow, you know, that like in London, but like they're very close together and like, you know, you can get a little bus and it takes you there. No, I found out Belfast International Airport isn't even in Belfast. It's like up in the north. I literally had to drive like an hour from my hotel, so that was fun. But yeah, I finally made it home. I got on the train early, like my flight was early somehow. But I'm finally home. I got home earlier than expected. I'm now probably just going to crash out for like 2 hours because I have work tomorrow and I do not want to think about the like 400 emails I'm going to open up tomorrow, because I actually took 2 days off annual leave for work. So I took Thursday off, even though I wasn't actually going to Belfast on Thursday. My parents were actually over, so they were coming over for that half term. So I just kind of spent the day with them, and then obviously Friday I was travelling. And now it's Sunday and I have work in like 12 hours. So it's currently 5 p.m. and I have to get up for work at 7. I might be lucky and set my alarm till 7:30 because I am working from home tomorrow, which I'm so grateful for because I feel so tired. I don't know what it is about travelling, but travelling just takes it out of me. So one thing I do want to tell you is like we got this really cool goodie bag. Now the branding is really on point. So it is Hack the Isles, and basically it's all like, you know, England, Northern Ireland, Ireland, Scotland. Although I hopefully next year we can have the Channel Islands on it because that would be even better. But yeah, there's some goodies in here and I haven't actually opened it yet. Like we kind of just had it on our share when we arrived yesterday and I was just so in the zone that I didn't really notice it. But I'm going to have a little look and see what there is. Okay, first off, a pen. I can see we've got quite a nice pen actually, and I love a good pen. I will probably lose this though because I'm not very good at keeping pens and I always lose them. I have also got a polo shirt. I think it's like a Hack the Isles polo shirt. Yeah, and then we got this really nice bag, which... Oh, we got something else. Oh, we got this really nice lanyard. We've also got like a little pin. So it is a, I don't know if you can see, Hack the Isles pin. So that is really cool. It's got all the flags. It would be even better if I had the Channel Islands flag. So if anyone from Channel Islands is watching, we're getting a team together next year. But that is really nice. Like, I might put that on my lanyard at work. It's a bit of promotion, you know. And to say I was in Team Northern Ireland. But yeah, this bag itself is quite a nice bag. Like, thank you to the sponsors. In fact, talking about sponsors, we actually had a formal dinner last night. Now, I didn't realise it was a formal dinner, so I felt really underdressed. I was wearing a leather jacket and just like a kind of going out top. I looked more like I was going for a night out at the club than a formal dinner. But yeah, so we did have a formal dinner and it was lovely. So basically it was set in this like really historical college. So the whole event was in this like boys boarding school college and it was a lovely building. Like I have never seen anything like it. Like I am from the Channel Islands and we don't have boarding school. So I've never been to like a boarding school. So I was mesmerised. Like we had to get like into the grand hall and things, and like we got marched into the grand hall. It's something I really didn't expect. Like they had really good like canapes and things, like drinks, like a little drinks reception, and then the school marching band marched us into the hall. It was just so surreal, and they were absolutely lovely, like the catering staff and things, and the meal itself was actually quite nice. Like some of it was very posh for me. Like I would have just been fine with like, you know, chicken and chips, but I wasn't expecting like, you know, like a fish chowder. You could have just given me like a chicken strips and chips and I'd be happy. And it's also nice to kind of just represent me, if that makes sense, because one thing I do like about the cyber industry is that there are so many ways that you can kind of get yourself out there and get yourself known, like kind of be like a cyber influencer, I guess you could say. But anyway, I am going to stop rambling. I am going to unpack all my stuff and put the washing on. I'm going to probably make some dinner in a bit because it's only 5 o'clock. But But I'm probably going to crash out my bed now for a good few hours because I am knackered. Like, I love staying at hotels, like the joy of travelling. But boy, it does take it out of you. So I am going to crash out now and just chill. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know as well what sort of videos you want me to film. And I will see you in the next video.